It is May 29th, Memorial Day in the USA, and what you just saw was me not doing Murph. In case you don't know, on Memorial Day in the CrossFit community, people do a workout called Murph to commemorate a person, a soldier, a US soldier, who gave his life in battle, I guess. And it's just a day to kind of honor people who have passed in service and stuff like that. And I usually join in on Murph. It's just this year, if you don't know, Murph is run 1 mile, do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 I was gonna say sit-ups, squats, air squats, and then run another mile. So it's already awful as it sounds, except you're supposed to wear a weight vest. I've only done it without a weight vest, and I don't think I've done it exactly that way. I think I've done it in partitions maybe. But basically this year I decided not to do it for 2 reasons. The first one being that my hip's been bugging me and it finally feels good, so I don't want to jinx it with running and doing a bunch of squats. Like, that sounds awful. And reason number 2 is that I am 3 weeks out from my powerlifting meet that is June 17th. And I also don't want to jinx that because my training's going well, finally getting back into it. I had kind of a shit day on Sunday, that was yesterday. I don't know why I'm saying things are going well. But today they felt good, so I want things to go well until then, so I'm gonna hold off on doing any hero workouts in the CrossFit world because I don't think they're very forgiving when you want to train for the rest of the week. So I'm holding off on that stuff. I'm still doing CrossFit though, in case you were wondering. I have not given up on being a fit person. I just do other fitness things for the moment. And speaking of fitness things, it is now time for some meal prep. I know, really, really interesting, riveting stuff. Fascinating activities, I tell you. But the reality is, when you have certain fitness goals, when you have certain weight loss goals even, you kind of need to take the boring road and do the things that you're supposed to do consistently so that you achieve those things. So right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to achieve more consistency in my routine, do meal prep, and I've been good at that. It's just that sometimes I have cravings for different kinds of food. So I figure if I plan ahead and I pack more food, I won't have those cravings. Or maybe I still will. I don't know. But for now, it's like 8 something. Can't tell what the time is, but I need to get meal prepping so I can get to bed, because that's the other thing I want to work on, is get more sleep. Oh, and pro tip, if ever you're meal prepping really late after the gym and you want to get things done without starving yourself, have a protein shake, because I've done it too many times where I actually grocery shopped and then meal prepped and then was starving and then couldn't wait until the food was ready and ate some crap. So protein shakes are your best friend. Nope, this is not snot, this is me cutting onions. Yeah, so not done yet. For those of you who love to complain that it takes a long time to meal prep, this was about 15 minutes. Easy peasy. So for a quick dinner, I'm basically gonna mix some of this rice that I cooked a few days ago. It's 1 cup of rice and some of that ground beef I just made with a little bit of vegetables, probably some salsa because I love me some salsa on some beef. Reminds me of tacos without actually having them. And I'm gonna leave you guys for tonight, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna make another recipe that is not so meal prep and more like cheat meal prep. So stay tuned, I will see you in just a second. Oh hello, it is now the next day and I just came home from doing groceries in the pouring rain. It was amazing. But for a good reason, because I just picked up ingredients for what seems to be, on paper, a very epic recipe. But I do want to say, before we get to any of this, because I'm going to lose all credibility if I say any of this after I show you what recipe it is, I am still watching what I eat. I am still tracking macros. Everything is fine. I am not going insane. This is not a recipe that I would normally post or anything, but you know, sometimes I get cravings and sometimes I see recipes on my Facebook feed and they look really good. So I'm gonna try this recipe. If it works out, if it tastes really good, and if it turns out the way I think it will, I will post it on my website. So it is a cheat meal recipe. It is something that I could probably buy at the store, but I figure if I make it myself, it's gonna be less bad. Probably not. But anyway, without further ado, I am making, I don't know if you can tell, protein cookie dough, vegan protein cookie dough. So basically the cookie dough that you don't have to cook and you can just eat with a spoon. So I'm gonna do this really quickly. I'm also having dinner at the same time because I have to meet a friend at 7 for coffee. So let's do this really fast and I'll let you know how it turns out. So here is what the recipe looks like when it is done. Some pretty sexy cookie dough in there, and I have to say it is very tasty. It is a little sweet though. I may tweak this recipe going forward, but I will definitely put this on my website. Just to show that I'm not bullshitting you, I will actually eat it with a spoon. I just realized I had a whole bunch of makeup on top of my eyes. How sexy. Speaking of recipes, I wanted to let you know that if you register for my newsletter on my website, thehappylifter.com, you will get a new thing every week. Yay! I was talking to a nutrition client and she was telling me how she was running out of ideas for recipes for healthy eating. She's always eating the same thing. And honestly, so do I. I always eat the same thing, and that's why I haven't really been producing any new recipes lately, because I just kind of eat whatever and it's not that sexy to put on my website. So as we were talking, I realized that I would also benefit from getting some fresh new recipe ideas, and I figured you would too. So if you register for my newsletter on my website, I'll try and put a link in the description below. You can get every week, I guess I'm gonna put 3 new recipes, 1 breakfast, 1 lunch, 1 dinner, maybe some dessert. And so you guys can get inspired, I can get inspired, we can share recipes, you can request recipes, and some of them will be mine, some of them will be from elsewhere on the internet. So I figured I'm gonna start that, and if you guys wanna join in, just go on my website and sign up for my newsletter. And that's gonna be it for the vlog, guys, because I have to go meet my friend for coffee, and I'm really excited because I haven't seen her in a while. And I also have to put up this vlog sometime this week because now it's not Monday, it's Wednesday. I don't know when to post. You tell me, when do you wanna see these videos? In the meantime, take care, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!